out on new ice here, Don, so to speak. We're treading on new avenues here. We're going to do a live show from the Garden for the rest of the day. There is live hockey going on behind us 9 floors below. We're on the 9th floor. We've already got 2 games in the book today. The 2 girls' titles, the D1 Girls Championship belongs to Austin Prep. They beat Arlington Catholic 1-0. And in a great game just completed a few minutes ago, the Division II Championship of Massachusetts this year belongs to Notre Dame Academy of Hingham. They beat Wellesley 3-1, and Wellesley's 3rd straight championship game, but again they come up a little bit short as Notre Dame Academy wins that one 3-1. And Don, we're not going to talk about those games right now because we will have interviews with people from those games that we'll get to in a few minutes, but what I wanted to do right off the bat is talk to you about the NFHS and your role with Play On Sports and how the MIAA came to set the arrangement with the NFHS and how this is the new wave of high school sports.
Yeah, it is terrific. I kind of go back to my personal history. I grew up here in the state of Massachusetts.
Right.
I now reside
North Shore guy.
That's right, exactly. St. John's Prep. I didn't go there, but certainly had some great relationships with Jimmy O'Leary and a lot of the folks associated with St. John's throughout the year. And I know we'll see them a little bit later on in the Super 8 game. Looking forward to that, and had a chance to play against your brother at one time, many moons ago, remember?
Well,
but that was a lot of fun.
Everything in hockey comes around.
It does, it really does, it really does. But I moved down to Connecticut a few years ago and had started this internet website very similar to My Hockey Live called SportingNewsCT.com. And at that time, I had built a wonderful relationship with the State Association in Connecticut. Always knew a lot of the folks here from the MIAA from my radio days here. And
sure.
So, from that point, Play On Sports came into town, and they purchased the rights to a lot of the championship events around the country, over 40 states now. Brilliant idea, to combine all these championship games from around the country onto really one website. Yeah, right. I mean, you can watch high school hockey from Minnesota, from Massachusetts, from Connecticut, and New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, and kind of brought it all together. So great way to promote high school athletics. So really that's what it's all about. And obviously high school sports are exciting. We hear it in the background right now. So it's been good.
The Division III game is on below us, as we said, and Algonquin skating against Hanover. So we'll get you updated on that as we go forward. But you can watch that right now on NFHSnetwork.com, and many of you that have followed My Hockey Live all year do have the subscription, so right. Maybe you can go back and forth between us and that and get a little local flavor on this programming, and also stay caught up with all the games as well. And it segues nicely into what I was going to ask you next. The arrangement is, I mean, as you said, My Hockey Live, we set up a subscription rate arrangement throughout the season. And that, people look at the pricing of that, and they've got it for 3 or 4 months. The NFHS actually offered a very affordable and a very valuable program. We looked back and said if you had bought the $15 a month package on February 29th, I think it's something like 60 games, 50 or 60 games that people could have watched for that one rate.
Absolutely, and if you're a basketball fan, on top of it, you can watch a little basketball.
Right, exactly.
Exactly, and games from other states, too, so if you're interested in that regard.
I think we're on the cusp of something that so many colleges and high schools and independent groups have gone into online broadcasting. Yeah. There is a cost, so you're paying for what you get, but it's not different from really cable TV or direct TV that we'll spoil watching ESPN and say, oh, we get it free. It's not free.
It is not free. That's right. Exactly. Matter of fact, they're hurting a little bit, ESPN.
Right.
When you think of it, they've laid people off, and a lot of folks don't want it as part of their cable. They're being force-fed what ESPN is. So you have choices here with the NFHS network, which is terrific.
So that being said, we're trying to grow our little niche, hockey, in Massachusetts, and it's just, you know, we've all talked about this for a couple of years now, and it's a nice fit, and it's great that we're able to work together in this capacity.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and watching it grow as it moves along. You know, we're both great fans of the sport of ice hockey, and it really needs some help at the high school level. Junior hockey has come on, and it's really rated some of our outstanding players. So I think if we can create opportunity, you know, to keep folks informed that this is a valuable asset, high school ice, you know, ice hockey, that you know, they'll stick with us.
And the word value,
you know,
I keep saying the word value. We've talked about it so many times. Value, value, value. And it, you know, somebody might say, "Oh my God, I want to watch MC in the prep. That's the only game I'm interested in. It's going to cost me $9." Well, you could have gotten that a lot cheaper, and now you could get it cheaper per game if you took the whole day in.
That's right.
You know, it's an educational process, and it's a learning process, and you know, now I think the MIA hopefully has seen the value that we can bring to help you and your business, and then what you bring to our business, and promote this thing next year if we build on what we've done. And you know, I think it's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah, I think it should be terrific, and you know, maybe we incorporate
fans.
Absolutely for the fans. Fans first and foremost. I think the student athletes, give them their just due and an opportunity to show how talented they really are. I mean, one of my favorite things is not so much the game, but the national anthem singers prior to the game, and we forget about all the other talented students who are in high schools and all the great things that they do. We always hear the bad. A great way to be very positive about our young people. You know.
Well, it's great, and we wanted to make sure we spoke with you about this. And you know, obviously, anytime you want to get messages across, you know, our guys, we've you know, taught our guys to go to myhockeylive.com, so they're going to go there, and we try to give them information about NFHS there as well.
Well, we certainly appreciate it, Paul. Great work as always.
Honest,
and I'm looking forward to it, and you and I got a call of a couple of games later on.
Absolutely, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Looking forward to it. All right, thanks for joining.
So Don Boyle's going to step out and do his 50 other things that he's going to take care of today, but it's great to have Don with us, and we'll go back to live action.